So 3 men left standing in the European match play here in Innsbruck. Robert Thornton, champion in Dusseldorf 2 months ago against Michael van Gerwen, a 4-time winner in Europe this season. 8 titles to his name so far this year, looking to make it 9. And this for the right to face Dave Chisnall in the final itself later on this evening. Michael van Gerwen, an overwhelming odds-on favourite to win this one. Blistering statistics in his quarter-final against Uraubi John Rodriguez. An average of 114, despite the fact he only hit 180. Admittedly, 3 177s in there, but 66% on his doubles also. And van Gerwen certainly looks in the mood to get his 5th European Tour title of the season. Rod Harrington, would you go along with that?
Yes, totally. When you look at the stats, he's going to be hard to beat. Although he's got to get over Robert Thornton, and we know what Robert Thornton can do. He's proven it before. He needs to up his consistency leg on leg if he's going to beat Michael van Gerwen, or Michael van Gerwen just come off the top of his form. But there's nothing in Michael's game up until now that suggests that he will come off that top of that form. I mean, against Roby was exceptional performance, and then first 5 legs, I mean, there was no expression, there was no fist pumps. It was a serious day at the office. Yeah. And I had a word with him afterwards about it, and he said I just needed to knuckle down, and he did the job.
Thornton had a very different quarter-final as well. I mean, the first 4 legs against Van der Voort were all breaks of throw. He eventually held in the 5th, and then had a really good check-out of 142, and from that moment on, you know, he was always going to be the likely winner.
100.
Difficult to know how to read, or how much to read into that performance. And against Dolan as well, 6-4, he wasn't at his best in that either. Needs to raise his game, you feel, here, against the world #1.
Yes, because what is going to happen is, because Michael has got the extra scoring power, when Robert's down on the double, Michael's always going to be around there. So if Robert makes a mistake, Michael, the way he's been playing, will pounce on it. So Bob's got to up his game a little bit, his scoring power.
And I'm sure he'll be aware of that as well.
45. Michael requires.
He's basically limping more and more. It looks like that ankle is giving him a bit of jip. Double 18 and double 18 it is for Michael van Gerwen, the first leg. He's nailed in 15 darts.
And a grimace from Robert Thornton.
60.
Yeah, needs more than that. That's the sort of thing that van Gerwen is so good at seizing upon, and look at him doing just that here with a 180.
And again, Michael looks very focused, doesn't he?
Well, Thornton once again straying over into the ones. Oh dear, well, 60, 81, 61 the visit so far for Thornton.
Yeah, scruffy scoring, and you know Michael's going to step up sooner or later, hitting a couple of big trebles.
77.
Get control. Well, this is a breaker throw, and he's already well over 100 in front. So from early on, problems for Robert Thornton.
59.
Yeah, it looks ominous, doesn't it? I mean, these two have played each other so many times. They know each other inside out. Having met in the Premier League, of course,
93.
in 2014 a few times, and met in the World Championship at the turn of the year as well. Van Gerwen won that one 5-2.
100. Michael, you require 90.
Well, I think Michael might go the treble 20 route here. He has done double 16. Obviously, the other route is the 25. But not over 140. Michael was thinking, well, I don't think the way Robert's playing, he's going to take it out, so I'll go the aggressive route.
100.
Feeling the heat, Robert Thornton. Just mopping his forehead there as he returned to the table. Feeling the heat in more ways than one here.
He's
85.
had so many loose starts. I mean, he's in the semi-final, but he's still, in nearly every one of his games, having a lot of loose starts, and that's unlike Thornton.
93.
You know, he's normally a pretty straight thrower of the arrows.
Yeah, had to fight hard to overcome Brendan Dolan.
140.
Scrappy at times against Van der Voort, but here he is in the semi-final, but up against it already against a Michael Van Gerwen who looks very much in the mood. We talked about Van Gerwen having a point to prove after going, relatively speaking, a long time for him without a title. Okay, he's won the World Matchplay in July,
60.
but had that series down under, didn't he? Missed out in Mulheim as well last weekend.
90.
That will have hurt him, no doubt about it. He likes winning titles, he likes taking home the big prize checks.
100. Michael, you
And when he
require
doesn't,
160.
it hurts him and it matters.
Well, another one of those will help. That leaves double top with Tim's
Game
2
shot,
times
third.
today. Now it's a third.
One
A hat-trick of 160s. And it puts Michael Van Gerwen 3 legs to 0 up against Robert Thornton. And it
140.
looks, like you said, a bit ominous the way this is going.
He's just clicking into gear now, isn't he, as well?
139.
Incredibly, go other tournaments where you hardly see big checkouts. And there's been a whole 3 days of...
Yeah, well, 3 170s. The 167 from Painter, we've seen the 160 2 or 3 times as well.
177.
All that's missing, Rod, is the 9-dart finish.
Yeah, it certainly is, and we'd appreciate one of them doing it. We really would.
42.
Well, there we have Van Gerwen's averages again, and his first front 9 is not electrifying, but the overall average is.
100.
And he's 100% on doubles, which is why that overall average is better than the front 9. A little bit of frustration from Robert
22.
Thornton.
Michael, you require 85.
He's almost conceded this leg. One more go at double 14, and it's another break of throw, and this is looking like an absolute procession for Michael Van Gerwen. Dave Chisnall waiting in the wings will be keeping half an eye on this one, well aware, of course, that it was only a week ago that Chisnall lost 6-0 to Van Gerwen in the quarters in Mulheim. And there we see the darts per leg, and as you would say, Rob, 4 under par.
Yes, very impressive. Yes, and Bob, that's well below how we know he can play.
100.
Well, that's number 2 on the board for the maximums for Michael Van Gerwen. We just see his checkouts there, 104 and 160.
140. Michael require 142.
And he's found the triple 20 with his first dart as well. He stayed there.
90.
And that leaves double 16. Sorry, 52.
121.
Bullseye for Thornton. And that is a
82.
long way off, yes. You can
Michael,
see
you require
what he
52.
thought about that last dart. So now double 16.
36.
Thornton's coming back.
Robert, you require 39.
For a chance to break. And that's exactly what he's done. Well, it's good to see him get something on the scoreboard anyway. We've not had a whitewash at all this weekend so far. And that is still intact. Well, it was a good first dart. He strayed with the second, but he got back on track with the third there. Oh, he's looking ruthless now. It's almost like sometimes Van Gerwen, when he loses a cheap leg as he did in the 5th, it's like he's been inconvenienced and he wants to make amends or make up for it by getting the next leg out of the way as quickly as possible. And he's doing precisely that here.
Down. Yes, he's coming down. That's the best thing he could have done. Dart 2, just cut across dart 1, but it stayed in. And he's actually got the best route now for the 9 darts. He's got 2 darts at the treble, so if the first one goes in, he'll feel more than confident to follow it up.
Oh, he hasn't.
Well, I built it up, didn't I?
Yeah. And you can hear the crowd's reaction.
87.
50 to 1 shot in this particular match at the start of play for Van Gerwen or Thornton to poster. 9 dart finish here.
81. Marco requires 67. Game shot in the 6th leg.
Almost inevitably.
7th leg, Marco to throw.
He takes it out in 2 darts. It's another 11 dart leg. Had 3 of those in his quarter-final against Rodriguez.
57.
And he's got 1 more here as well.
Listen, I think if Van Gerwen does go on and win this, I mean, he's in prime position, obviously. I think Thornton will look back after disappointing of losing and go, do you know what, I haven't played at the top of my game for the whole weekend, but I still made the semi-final.
182.
Impressive stats again from Van Gerwen.
100.
Well, it looks as though it will be over to Dave Chisnall to see if he can stop Michael Van Gerwen in his tracks.
100.
As the world #1 and the top seed here, the 4-time winner on the European circuit this year, gets down to a finish of 164. That would be in keeping with the tournament as a whole if he could round things off with a big check out here.
Well, he was going for the 2 treble 19s, which would have left in the bullseye.
64.
And he leaves a nice round 100 to finish it off.
The champagne's on ice as far as this match is concerned. Thornton, once again,
83.
a sub-100 score, still not on a finish. Van Gerwen, you fancy him in 2 darts from here, and that is what it is. Well, it would take a brave man or woman to back against Michael Van Gerwen in this European match play. That was devastating at times. That was pretty brutal. And Robert Thornton, well, a good run to the semi-finals despite not playing at his best this weekend.